Gen Z that come into the organization, one of the key traits that I observe with them is there's a very great sense of purpose and belief, which is very aligned to the principled. So monetary is secondary now. It doesn't seem to be the main driver for them.
Yep. Yeah.
But if they believe on something, if they think that what the bank does align with their values, they will go for it.
Hello to our aspiring talents out there. We are back with another episode of the GRADUAN podcast. So today, as you can see, I'm at AmBank, and with me here today, I have two speakers joining me. So I'll just have them introduce themselves for you guys. And from there, we have...
Hello, everyone. Hi, Mia. Thanks
Hi.
for having me. Hi, everyone. I'm Victoria. I'm the head of HRBP as well as Talent Management for AmBank Group.
So that's Victoria, you guys. And next to her, we have...
Hi everyone, I'm Irfan. Thanks for having me here. I'm with Prime Brokerage at the moment. I've done my rotation with AmBank graduate program. Yeah, that's me.
All right, and that's Irfan. So let's welcome them today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I think our topic today will be very interesting. We'll be talking more about like understanding Gen Z in the workplace, and we'll be talking about career growth in AmBank as well.
Sure.
So let's start with our first segment. So we just want to know what's it like understanding generational differences in the workplace, or like dealing with younger graduates who just joined the company, right? So, I have a question for Irfan first. As a member of Gen Z, what aspects of AmBank's graduate program stood out to you the most, and how does it cater to your expectations and needs as a fresh graduate?
For sure. Yeah, so I've joined AmBank for about 4 years. I think 4 years now.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's a long time already. So when I started, when I graduated back in the US, so I came back and I actually was applying at GRADUAN actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Were you there at the career fair?
Yeah, I was actually. I
There
applied
you
through
go.
GRADUAN and they called me in for graduate program, AmGrad, graduate program. So from there, I talked with one of the HR. What is it really about this graduate program? And she was telling me that it involves like job rotations, and you get to experience like the fundamentals of bankings and everything. So how it started with graduate program, like we did like an 18 months rotations. Yeah, I mean 18 months program. It's an 18 months program. So the first few months, the first 3 months, we were sent to our bank. We were sent to Bank Negara to do our F-step.
I see.
So F-step is where we actually learn all the credit-related stuff, like relationship manager stuff. All those you actually are learning like the very fundamental basics of banks.
I see.
Yeah. After that, we did a few rotations. There were 3 rotations, and from there, I was learning quite a bit about bankings from front office, back office, middle office roles. Front office relating to like sales and management, relationship building. So those kind of stuff, it actually helped me to grow. And I feel like at the moment, that's what Gen Z is looking at, what they want to do. Because once you graduated, right, you don't really have anything specific in your mind.
Right, actually, yeah. Actually, I do have a question for you.
Sure.
Like, have you always been interested in working in the banking and finance industry?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, before I even graduated, I knew I was going to be like
I
bank.
see.
Yeah, so I thought AmBank gave me that platform.
Yeah, I can see that it's been like such a journey for you, and you
Yeah,
must
of
have gained so much like insights and like experience from that program.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to forget, I think from HR side, I think the support and guidance is really important as well. I think along the way, what we have also, support them in terms of guiding them through the program is this mentoring and coaching, right? So we'll sit down with them to actually plan their career. So what is your next rotation looking like? Are you thinking about your final rotation? Are you actively, looking for opportunities that will complement your skill set per se? before you decide to land on the final placement. Yeah, so don't forget HR.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta add, they
yeah.
actually help.
Oh,
help
they
us a
do
lot. They give
regularly
us, like,
check in
feedbacks.
with
Yeah.
the AmGrads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
regularly
That's
check-ins,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we still do today, even they have graduated from the program, but probably not as much. But I think our commitment really is to at least have a once a year checked in with them, how they're doing, tracking their progress, so then they continuously engage. And I felt that they are part of this network and support system of HR.
Yeah, that's so good and so important,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. Moving on to my next question, what do you believe your peers in Gen Z are looking for in a workplace, and how do you feel AmBank meets or surpasses those expectations?
I mean, apart from paycheck, of course.
Oh.
Paycheck,
Always about the money.
AmBank pays.
Real though, real.
Okay, but apart from that, what I want to add is probably AmBank gives you some sort of flexibility, so sort of like work-life balance that I think Gen Z definitely is looking for.
Yeah, I relate actually.
Yeah, right. So what AmBank offers, apart from you just work and all this stuff, we do have this program handled by our club AmBank group. Every week you'll have like plenty of activities. Like myself, I play golf, and they had a golf event as well. I mean, AmBank had a. Yeah.
Wait, that's so cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Like you can win prizes also, albeit I wasn't doing that well lah.
Okay. But at least you had fun,
but
no?
it was very fun.
It was
Yeah.
like fun outside of work.
For sure. But not just that. You have a lot of activities, like even like volunteerings, this kind of stuff. Actually, I think what Gen Zs are seeking. Yeah, because you can't just be like 9 to 5 at work and all this.
Exactly.
You'll be stressed out, of course.
It would be so great if like you work a job that lets you experience other stuff as well, and not just like the on hands working experience.
For sure. And to add, after flexibility, another thing would be the growth opportunity that AmBank offers through this kind of programs. It's not just AmGraduate program that AmBank designs for all the employees. We actually have more like senior management program, like even Batman becoming a talented manager program. So those kind of stuff, I feel like what Gen Z is seeking, because from my perspective, Gen Z always look for opportunities because
Correct.
you know, like us, we tend to get bored easier.
True, yeah.
So like, this is what AmBank offers, which I would say differentiate a bit from
That's great. Yeah, I think what's the program called again? AmGrad.
AmGrad.
Yeah,
AmGrad is
AmGrad.
for it caters for fresh graduates lah.
I see. Sounds like a really interesting program.
It is. Yeah. I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing about AmGrad. And just wanted to ask Victoria now. So going back to our point about understanding Gen Zs, right? So obviously when these AmGrads onboard into the company, you're like, fresh faces and also like really young people joining the company now. What are the key challenges that you face when you manage these Gen Z employees, and how have you adapted your leadership style to better support them?
I wouldn't say challenges, but I guess these group of people, I think the biggest traits that I've seen when they come into the workplace, right, definitely is they're very hungry. They're very hungry for growth. They want to grow very fast in the organization. And the role of HR, like myself, really is to provide that guidance and support in guiding them in building the career.
Of course.
And we try to maybe sometimes ask them to be a bit more patient, slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe when you climb up, make sure you do it slowly, right?
Yeah.
Don't like...
You need to have a very solid foundation, and that's very important for everything that you're gonna, build in the future. The fundamentals are important, so that that's what makes you strong. That's what makes you knowledgeable, right? And that's what makes people refer you as subject matter experts. So I think really that's my biggest observation towards this group of people. And how have I changed my leadership style? I guess to be a bit more flexible and agile as well. I think the requirement also changes from individuals to individuals. There's really no one size fit all kind of approach,
Exactly, yeah.
right? And the very, very important thing is I cannot be lazy. I need to see them one by one. Yes, I think the
I
engagement.
think the one-on-one communications are really important.
Yeah, it's really important to create that intimacy as well as creating access for these people to be able to talk to us, because I think as HR manager, because we are interacting with so many people in the group, I mean, we have about
Must be a
8,000 people.
handful. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
But
lot.
we have to make time.
Yep.
We have to make individual time to make sure that we speak to these young talent, that they understand the intent of the organization and the plan that we have for them. It's all through transparent communication, constant engagement to really keep them informed and get them go on the journey with us.
I see.
Yeah.
Then, do you see a difference? Like you said, Gen Zs are, when they come into the company, they're like hungry for growth. Do you see a difference in how they approach career growth compared to like previous generations? And how does AmBank accommodate this shift?
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, once I create access to them, right, I can see all of them, coming to me, wanting to speak to me, wanting to speak to my team about their career progression. They are not passive. They are very aggressive. They
But then
know.
I think that means like they're already comfortable with you. They find you approachable, so they're like, if anything, they can always reach out to you.
Yeah, and they always speak up, and I really appreciate that because. And I always believe us and you shall be given. And I felt they take the opportunity and they are not afraid of malu, to ask for things. Unlike the others generation, at times you see I wouldn't say the older generation, but
Just the previous
the previous
generations.
generation
Right.
seems to a bit more reserved in their approach. But I felt that this group of people, they know what they want. They're very clear of what they want to achieve when they come to work with us, and they tell us what they want, and that makes my job as HR manager very easy as well. Then we don't have to beat around the bushes, and I have the knowledge to share, and I know where to help them to reach out if I don't have the answer for them.
I see.
So yeah, that's
At
what I
least you
really
have like
appreciate.
the culture of openness, so they know they can always go to you if they
Yes.
want to give their input or anything, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Just to add on that, I think I appreciate what Victoria is saying because AmBank itself is actually giving us this opportunity to engage with our mentors. We do have mentors also. So like we seek their feedbacks and we try to get anything what we can improve on, what in terms of career, in terms of whatever you do, and not just work. Even though like if you're having trouble, they would sit down and they would spend time with. But provided you have to actually reach out. And
I see.
what I've been noticing with Gen Zs, we tend to reach out more.
Yeah.
like
So-
I'm not comparing.
Yeah. So do you think in AmBank it's easy for you to like reach out
Oh,
to
yeah, of
someone?
course, yeah.
Oh.
But if you don't reach out, so
Yeah.
you
At least you know you have that option, like
Yeah.
you can always share your opinion when you feel like you want to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
All right, and that's important actually.
That is, yeah.
And so in what ways do you think AmBank's culture aligns with the values of these Gen Z employees? Like you said, they were proactive and then they have their own principles and they're collaborative and they probably want to feel appreciative as well. So how do you think AmBank's culture aligns with their values?
I think very, very aligned. And for those of you who don't know, and let me just share with you what's our values. We call it P2As. The 2P stands for principle, proactive. The A stands for appreciate. The C stands for collaborative. And lastly, the E stands for experimental. And I really just want to focus a little bit more on principle because we are a bank. We're highly governed by Bank Negara. So we operate with integrity, and that's very important, and that's non-compromisable to a certain extent, right? So I think Gen Z that come into the organization, one of the key traits that I observe with them is there's a very great sense of purpose and belief, which is very aligned to the principled. So monetary is secondary now. It doesn't seem to be the main driver for them.
Yep. Yeah.
But if they believe on something, if they think that what the bank does align with their values, they will go for it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate to that actually.
Yeah. So I would say, I mean, Irfan say, of course, the monetary remuneration
Yeah,
is
yeah,
important,
yeah.
right? I mean, who doesn't like
Yeah.
money to
But I
be
feel
well
like Gen
compensated?
Zs nowadays seek for more than that.
Yeah.
It's not just the monetary
The
benefits.
core belief is very strong.
Yes.
And it has to be aligned, else then you will see the disengagement and they will start leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So keeping them aligned to their principle, to their core beliefs is really, really important. And I think secondly, it's proactive. Like I said, right, they're super proactive. If we create that platform and access to them, they're not afraid. Right, they are not.
They
they're
will
not
knock on your
malu-malu.
door.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Knock on
like,
your doors.
Victoria, I have to tell you about something.
Yeah. So I think yeah. So that's what I'm observing from the Gen Z nowadays, and how it's sort of aligned to our AmBank's values. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great that AmBank's culture aligns with the values of these Gen Z's employees. So thank you so much for sharing about AmBank's culture
No problem.
and also about AmGrad, the AmGrad program.
Yep.
Now let's move on and talk about the career growth in AmBank.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. So to Irfan,
Yeah.
what opportunities for growth have you seen after starting your career with AmBank, and how does the organization support continuous learning and development?
Gotcha. So, from my experience at least, AmBank offers a lot of opportunities for you to grow as a person, or even like if you are looking for better career prospect internally. Yeah, so AmBank, one thing I want to touch, AmBank offers lateral growth in terms of internal mobility transfer.
Oh,
So,
okay.
for instance, like after 2 years, you are no longer interested. I mean, Gen Zs, right? Like I was saying.
Like sometimes you get bored, like I want to try something else.
Maybe I want to be a bit relaxed. I'm just going to do something like
Yeah.
a race or so. AmBank offers that kind of opportunity
Oh,
if
that's
you're seeking for
great.
And
how does that work?
I mean, I haven't done it myself
Oh, okay.
myself.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I've been enjoying it, my
coming.
role. Yeah. So apart from that, that is one thing. Another thing is in terms of you getting promoted. So AmBank values that, but at the same time, you actually have to contribute it yourself, lah. So basically, you just keep on working, and like the 5 core principles are very helpful, especially for me, collaborative.
Yeah.
Because like at least in my field of work, I'm working with a lot of internal stakeholders. So that itself is like a winning strategy for us. You work, but at the same time you have to manage a person, like how we want to achieve this, how we want to do this. Yeah, because everybody has their own KPIs, right? So we want to, for instance, like if you want to get something done, right? Yeah, so you actually plan it ahead with getting everybody onboarded and collaborating. This is very essential. That's what I'm seeing. So again, there are 2 types. One thing is the internal mobility transfer, and another one is just AmBank offers you the opportunity for you to grow. There are a lot of programs actually that can help you elevate yourself. For instance, I actually took Coursera courses. Have you heard of Coursera?
Coursera, I think, I have.
Yeah, so like Coursera is actually it's an, how do I say it?
It's like a Netflix equivalent,
Yeah.
but for
So
training
like you
programs.
just choose, or
You can
it's
learn
like a website.
anytime, anywhere,
Right.
at your own
Yeah.
pace.
Is it Coursera or Coursera? I don't know.
Coursera?
Coursera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's
that-
like LinkedIn Learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but those kind of stuff,
I see.
it actually help you to build your resume as well. So you can
add those skills into your resume.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so AmBank gives you that kind of platform. Yeah, provided that you actually have to reach out. At least for me, for Gen Zs. Yeah, because I don't want to be stagnant, just like this.
Of course,
I'm with
yeah.
AmBank. I know I want to grow with AmBank, but this is how I'm doing it.
Yeah, you can grow in the company.
Yeah.
It's not just like, because some
Of
people when they
course,
want
yeah.
to see like new opportunities,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, maybe I have to go somewhere else. But in AmBank, you can actually like try
Yeah.
something new within the company.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
definitely.
really great
And
actually.
you try to get like try to take opportunities from your leaders, like and get their output and feedback. How can I get to this level? Like, and they will happily help you, and that is what I appreciate the most. Yeah, I've been enjoying myself at AmBank,
Yeah.
honestly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so it has been very great because
Of
this
course,
is what I
you've been here for
experienced.
4 years, right?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
long time, you guys.
Yeah, the culture, the work culture is what I appreciate the most. It's what Gen Z needs.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, for those Gen Zs out there, they understand that like this generation, they get bored easily and they want to try something new. So if
Definitely.
you want a company with like countless growth opportunities, maybe try reaching out to AmBank. So now I want to ask Victoria,
Yes.
how does AmBank design career progression pathways and what initiatives are in place to ensure they feel supportive in their professional journey?
Yeah. So maybe I will take that question more in a broader way, not just limited to career progression, but they are all interlinked. From the talent management perspective, regardless of which gen you are, millennials, Z, Y, X, I don't know, we have this approach where we put people into two sets of, I would say, interventions. Number one is the structured program, and the second one is the experiential learning. Right, the structured programs really covers our flagship programs, such as, what Irfan has mentioned just now, Batman. So the Batman stands for being a talented managers, and these are for our up and coming young graduates. Once they have done a few years with us, we'll put them through into programs like this, right, to get them ready to become a manager. And then the next level we have the Batman, which is being a talented manager, and this is where you are the middle management. You started to have maybe teams, and you started to maybe referred as subject matter expert in that
I
sense,
see.
right? So we put them into programs, and we work with partners. And for Batman, we actually work with Melbourne Business School. Right. So more from the structural point of view, and we work with very renowned and established universities and partners to help us to elevate the competency level of these pool of
I
talent.
see.
And then the next level, we actually have LEAP, right? And the LEAP programs are exclusively for our senior management people. And again, we work with INSEAD, one of the biggest and more renowned business school in the world, right? And we actually send them to Paris as well. So that we do have structured programs for different groups of talent as they progress their journey with the bank.
I see.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think that's the first bit. And the section two, which is more of the experiential learning, which I think will really glue or stick things together.
Yeah.
It's we have things like mentoring and coaching. We have things like 5 set series. So
Oh.
apart from your normal sort of engagement, we do have very reputable speakers from external. Like for example, we have Nicole, our a national squash player, to come and share some of her insights, how she was so determined to become world number one, her journey, right, to really inspire these group of young and upcoming talent that we have in the bank. So the softer bit we recognize is actually quite important as well, to play that catalyst that actually seal the deal at the end of the day, to create that high engagement
I see.
among this pool of young talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of initiatives actually, and I guess that just proves that AmBank really values like career growth for their employees.
Correct.
Whether they're from this generation or like previous generations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now let's move on to talking about retention strategies for Gen Zs. Yeah. So Victoria, again, maybe
Yeah.
let us know because like we understand retaining Gen Zs might be challenging. So what strategies do you implement to ensure long-term engagement and loyalty from this generation?
Yeah, I would like to actually say that we have this stay conversation. Because
What's that?
so maybe I elaborate a little bit about the stay conversation, but basically before they have any thoughts of leaving us,
Oh, so you're asking them to like
come and talk
sit
to us.
down, have a seat.
Yeah, so I think that as I mentioned earlier on, the constant engagement, right? At least creating the access for them to talk to us as HR manager could really help to make that difference. If ever there is such time they thought about leaving the bank
Yep.
for whatever reason, right? Yeah, so I think, so during the stay conversation, we're trying to actually understand, what is their need, what is their aspiration, what do they want to do next?
Okay.
So like Irfan say, every 2 years, if you're thinking of, going for a new portfolio, this is what we definitely encouraged, right? Now, as a HR manager as well, I'll constantly push them to do more, to think more, right? Don't stay in your comfort zone.
Yep.
Yeah, always aspire to look out for more opportunity, especially at the early 20s
Of
or early
course, yeah.
30s. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like at that age, that's when you have the opportunity to try a lot of things, gain more knowledge,
Exactly.
and grow from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really great. So now Irfan, you've been here for 4 years. That's impressive. So we just want to know, what role does company culture play in your decision to stay with a company, and how do you feel about AmBank's culture in that regard?
Right. Like I was saying, company culture is very important. How you see whether you want to stay at the company for quite some time. So the past 4 years, what I've been feeling, what I've been really appreciative of AmBank. AmBank actually, this P2A's thing is actually really helping me out. Like how I perceive, like, this company is actually going somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I can see the future, what the future holds for this company. So this is what I really appreciate about this P2As, because I've been seeing it from my team members as well. Like of course the principal, proactive. For us Gen Zs, we want to be proactive. We have to be proactive.
Yeah.
That's how it feels, very fast paced.
Yeah.
Everything is fast paced for us, and that is what the company is headed to. So that is what the things that I'm looking at. So like company culture, I would say, is very important, of course. But you have to, like for us Gen Zs, you have to engage yourself. You cannot. I know the company already provides you the platform of P2As, right?
Yeah.
But if you distance yourself, you won't be able to be involved in this culture. So what I'm trying to say, you have to be involved with yourself as well. Like it's on the person, not just the company has provided you a big platform for you to.
But you have to take that leap yourself. Yeah.
Apart from the stay conversation, the support that HR provided by whether it's HR or the line managers, I think the other aspect is also in terms of the benefits that we provide, the support, right, the work-life balance, the flexible benefits. Maybe I can talk a little bit about these flexible benefits, where depending on the Gen Z needs or regardless of your generation that you're from, we're able to customize different benefits that you want to enjoy throughout your life cycle with us. So I think apart from the structured interventions, I think these little sort of enabling support is also plays a huge part in engaging and retaining this pool of people. Yeah.
Just where AmBank pays your gym fees.
You hear that, guys? If you ever wanna like work out, like you feel stressed at work and you wanna like release stress by getting healthy, at least in AmBank they pay for that. So that's really great.
Yeah.
So, and again, thank you so much for sharing, Victoria and Irfan. I think it was really interesting to see AmBank from different perspectives, like from a leader and from an AmGrad. Sorry, yeah. So thank you so much, you guys. Now we're down to the last question for this podcast. We're coming to an end now. So just one last question. I want to ask, do you have any last words of encouragement for young graduates who are looking for fast-track opportunities like the ones provided by AmBank that you guys were talking about just now? So if any of you want to take the mic
Irfan
first.
can start.
Sure. I'll start.
Yeah.
Okay. For Gen Zs, the upcoming new fresh grads, what I would recommend is, if you don't have your future plan ahead yet, I would think AmGrad is the way to go, because you are able to learn so many stuff. Like I was saying in earlier of the part of the podcast, you get to learn doing back office roles like operations, compliance, and then middle office roles like risk management, and front office roles as well. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you're not sure, you can always start with like this AmGraduate program. But yeah, you have to show interest in it lah. You can't be just
Just
yeah,
like
but yeah,
not
AmBank
taking any action, right?
Yeah, AmBank gives you the platform for you to have a fast track in your career, of course.
Okay. And Victoria?
And as a HR manager, what I'm looking for, all of you out there who are interested to join the AmGraduate program, like Irfan has mentioned, it's honestly, I'm really not looking for someone that is very technical. I'm really looking for someone that has the heart and want, and very hungry to learn. Even though if you think that you're a subject matter expert, you're willing to unlearn and relearn. And those are the characteristics and traits that I'm really looking for. So if you think that suits you, whether or not you are doing zoologist, you are doing geographic, you are doing engineering, whichever field you are, I really encourage you to apply. And I'll see you here.
Thank you so much, Victoria and Irfan again. Thank you so much
Thanks.
for joining me today
Thank
and
you,
sharing
Mia.
all of that about AmBank's culture and then the career growth opportunities. So to the talents out there and any job seekers, if you want to work in a company that really supports the culture of openness and countless growth opportunities, try AmBank. So see you guys at the
Join
next
us,
episode.
join us. We'll
Join
see
them,
you
guys.
soon.
See you.